Hi, my name is Paula Black, CEO of OnApproach, and OnApproach is the co-founder of the Analytics and Financial Innovation Conference, better known as AXFI. AXFI is the only credit union industry conference that focuses solely on analytics and innovation and how to bring those two together to deal with the disruptive competitive forces that we are facing right now as an industry. Here are 4 reasons why you should attend AXFI. Number 1, collaboration. We are not going to solve this problem on our own. We've got to get the brightest minds together to figure out these big solutions. Number 2, new concepts. We need to understand blockchain, identity, platforms. 3, knowledge. We need to come here and learn from each other and also learn from those outside the industry. And 4, networking. We need to build communities of developers, community of users, and get synergies amongst these communities. And don't just take my word for it. Here's what some past attendees have to say about AXFI.
What haven't I liked is more like it. It's just been fantastic. There have been nonstop just explosions of ideas. So much potential as far as the credit union industry is concerned, and where it can go there is no limit.
I think it's definitely well worth it, especially we're so close that local, but I think it's worth a trip out here as well. A lot of fun, a lot of great information.
Because it's analytics and innovation, it's right in my wheelhouse. I love it. It's great.
Oh my goodness, just I love data, and just, I already get excited about what data can help, how it can help in marketing. And so this conference focuses on that, and so it's exciting to see too the credit unions really kind of grasp that and start to get excited about it too.
I loved the GameFI and being able to motivate employees internally and track how they're doing, to be able to show managers where we can focus and actually have goals that we can work towards as we have fun. It's just fantastic.
Well, I think the biggest message from yesterday was how to make business intelligence actionable. We're to the point where we have a lot of data, we have a lot of reports and stuff, and it's really how do we make that actionable?
So here's an example of a company that does a really good job of taking its data and making it and engaging their users. And that example would be a fitness application. If you looked at a product like Under Armour and you think, okay, they tell t-shirts, what's so big about that? They have a beautiful app that very sneakily they're getting the user, which of course is their end customer, to give a lot of information about not what only they use, but what the competitor uses, if it's an Under Armour product. And at the end of the day, it looks something like this. I'm running along, I've given them all this information about what I use this app for. My age, my zip, when I run, how much I run, what my goals are that I'm trying to achieve with this app. At the end of the day, 6 months later, I get a free pair of socks at my front door. I'm thinking, socks? Why would I want these socks? They're Under Armour socks. I don't even know if I know that Under Armour makes socks. I put these socks on, and I've been told in my note that I got when I opened the box that says, hey, these socks came to you because you run so much, and this is the point when you need new socks. So we're giving these to you, try them out. We've made them specifically for you and the runner. And I think this can't possibly be. I put these socks on, and it's absolutely right. These socks are great. They're fantastic. They also gave me a coupon to buy more product, get free shipping, to engage me. Let's look at that process for just a second. Free socks, didn't know when I needed them, and they delivered it to me. That is member engagement, that's user engagement, and now I'm walking into what that product is, and I'm going to explore that. I have trust because they're following me. I've given that authority to let them give me that information, and I'm loving it. Now, how do we do that in the credit union space? I definitely think we can connect that up with the data we have. Credit unions have more data than somebody like an Under Armour. So they can take this, they can connect it, and they can look at it in new ways to identify ways to give members what they need before they even know they need it. They already have the trust. Let's now deliver some product that's phenomenal.
Okay, next steps in banking definitely will be connecting things on the one hand side. So just think about an, refrigerator that is running out of milk via an Amazon Doddle or orders the milk, and on the other side you have a banking account that is connected via an API. That's the one side. Next side, totally mobile, so bringing mobile really to the forefront of banking, so mobile-only accounts connected with e-commerce, gamification stuff. And third thing on the backend side is really bringing, for example, blockchain technology, any kind of distributed ledger into blockchain technology, core banking system. So this is actually what we are looking into and playing around a little bit.
AXFI is about collaboration and platforms, developing platforms that will bring developers and users together to form communities and to generate network effects from these communities to really accelerate innovation.
It needs to be easier to collaborate. It needs to be easier to interoperate. I think working together, finding common ground, common platforms. I think you need to be a lot more sharing needs to be happening, both in terms of using similar platforms, technologies like Sovereign. That's definitely a must, but also sharing in terms of, hey, this works for me and this doesn't work for me, and being able to learn from each other. And honestly, that there's enough technical know-how in that industry, in credit union industry, to solve huge numbers of problems that remain unsolved.
The big advantage that a credit union can get by leveraging this type of technology is, number one, to band together so that they're sharing the data, sharing the experiences. Number two, they need to be able to act like they're a big bank but still keep their small style. And the way that you can do that, that very homey style that they've got, that friendly style that all of us like, that personal touch, is to go ahead and get a service that adds the analytics and adds the sophistication that the big banks have. Now, these days you can get those off of the web. You get that off of the cloud. The key thing to have to enable that to happen is sharing the data. So if they take the data, which is their shared experiences, which is the insight that they glean from all their customer experiences, share that, suddenly they have the buying power, the knowledge of a very, very large bank, and they can compete quite nicely.
AXFI is about knowledge, not just the knowledge about our peers domestically and within our own industry, but also internationally and outside of our industry. Bringing these experts in to understand what they did to become successful and learning how that could be applied. It's also about learning about new concepts, blockchain, identity, and platforms, and bringing that all together to figure out how to innovate and to really take this industry to the next level.
But I would just recommend to try out new things, to try and error, be more agile, not to have huge plans that take years, but really to try something out with a small customer group. And if it fails, it fails. If it's a success, make it bigger.
Promote a culture of test and failure, because you're not going to know what's going to work right away. Dip your toe into it, know you're going to make mistakes, keep moving forward. Test, test, test. And learn and be open to allocating a budget to testing and failing. And if you don't get anything out of it, well, you'll hopefully learn what not to do at a minimum. But the only way to learn is to miss and fail and grow. So be open to it, because that's what the best companies are doing.
And I think that really all begins with the goal. So what's the action that you're trying to get that member to take? Make a purchase, make a referral, connect with you on social media, whatever that goal is. And then from there, you're going to provide the right motivation, the right message, the right action point to do that. All of that's connected within the data, both on the front end and then on the back end.
AXFI is about networking with your peers, to understand common challenges you face, to develop solutions, but also lasting relationships.
This conference is actually amazing. It's my second year here, and just the interaction with all these progressive credit unions is great.
The other thing is meeting so many people that have kind of a common chord right now in what we're doing, and talking a lot about collaboration. I like that.
So as you can see, AXFI is about collaboration, it's about new concepts, it's about knowledge, it is about networking. This industry has a tremendous opportunity in front of it, but we have to act quickly, we have to innovate. I invite you to become part of the AXFI movement.
Next year, if it's anything like this year, it's going to blow your mind. There's nonstop, wow, I had no idea. It's just every single session that I've been in has been mind-blowing. It's great.
If you're a credit union and you're looking to the future at all, then you need to come here to see what's going on with data and analytics. This is the future, and if you aren't learning about this stuff, then you're falling way behind.
I would tell people to sign up and get here, because it's a like I said, some of the most progressive credit unions. There's a lot of good ideas. I always come back with notes, pages and pages of notes, and I'm excited to get back actually this week and implement some of this stuff. So.